Hey guys, it's Monday, day 8. I thought today, since last week was quite busy, and today was too for me. However, I'm having chill out time, so I would suggest I have coffee. So I would suggest you go and do something for yourself. Go and get a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and I will wait right here. Pause the video. I will be right here waiting for you when you get back. Okay? I'm being serious. I also have this as well. Oh, watch that. This is a... Oh, I don't want to lose the focus, god damn it. There we go. This is an almond croissant because I really, really like them. I am pretty tired. I finished my course today and we did all the physical work, all the moves and the procedures and like rugby tackling somebody to the floor, which you don't really do very often, but we had a lot of stuff that we trained on that we might never use, but it's just something to know. And I'm really quite tired. Like, I've been up non-stop again. That's just good though. I mean, I'm glad because for a long time, like, I wasn't doing much of anything, especially being out of a job and stuff, and it was good to have this. And you know, it's always good to work towards something. But yeah, last night, I hope you enjoyed the video. I did take quite a bit of time on it as well. It's not exactly something you probably would have expected, and I guess in a sense it doesn't really kind of fulfill VEDA, you know, vlog every day, but for me, I think I just wanted to do a video every day. It doesn't mean I'm going to be in it specifically talking about what I did or my feelings on something, or you know, oh well, Margaret Thatcher died. But I ain't commenting on that. I don't like politics, and I just don't have any place for that, to be honest. There is a space for it. There is definitely a place for that in life, but it's not something that I focus on too much. I hope you're enjoying your coffee. Last night I went to Alien Wars in the Arches, and if you don't know what that is, you might not know what it is, but it's quite well known now. It's his 20th anniversary last year of this attraction, and the Arches is like a bar, nightclub, theatre, massive space underneath Glasgow Central train station, and there's a lot of like tunnels and underground stuff, and they used this space to do this horror attraction called Alien Wars. Now you can look it up on Wikipedia as well, or you can look on the website, but really it's just like taken from, I think it was 1992, yeah, and they wanted to sort of understand what it was like. No, they took the idea from the Alien films, so they worked with 20th Century Fox at the time to produce this real experience kind of thing, where you feel like you're actually almost like in the film, and it has. But now what they've done is it's evolved over time, and this latest incarnation, which actually finishes forever apparently next weekend is the last weekend, and they've upgraded it, so now they've got its own storyline and it's totally detached from that universe. We had a really good time. I went with a few friends last night, and it was fun. So if you live in the UK at least, or at least in this area, you should definitely check it out. It was weird. It was weird in the way that it was just strange. It's a strange experience because a lot of people like thrill rides, and you know, the theme park is the idea that you're going to get a scare, but you won't have any consequences. You know, but once you put yourself in that position, I mean, obviously there's not going to be any consequences in this, but although they did say about how some of the team members were getting beaten up and, you know, stampeded on, and that could have happened last night, but it didn't. It made me think last night. I was like, well, okay, so if I'm in a situation like that, like where with guns and and even if it's pretend, it still felt kind of real. You know, I've never really been in a really dangerous situation like that where I've been on edge. I mean, I've been in fights and things through my life, but I've never been in a situation where I've probably been like on death's door. So that's kind of interesting. It's really quite, that makes me think, just the idea of the kind of unknown. You know, I think what it is for me is like, you feel quite safe most of the time, I'd say, but then what if suddenly you weren't safe? That's interesting to me. And how would you deal with it? I feel different. I feel quite good after doing this course, actually. I think what I was wanting to do, actually, and what to do for a while, was self-defense course of some sort. Now this isn't really that. I mean, it is self-defense, but that's not what the point of this course was. But I think that is something I'm interested in, because I used to be a lot more a confident person, and then over the last, I think, 6 months since I lost my job, I just sort of stopped being so kind of assertive and not having much of confidence, and my self-esteem was kind of just down. And the way that I was dealing with circumstance, the way I was dealing with situations wasn't the same, and I had to do something about that. So I think probably over the last month, I've really been making an effort. I went back to the gym. I've started doing yoga. I'm making a lot of effort, and you know, I need to fill up. See, when you don't have a job, I feel like I'm going to talk forever tonight, but when you don't have a job and you get used to not having a job, it makes you miserable, because you get so jealous of other people. You weren't jealous before because you had a job and you hated it, but when you lose your job and then you need to sort of, you know, climb back up, you know, you go down and then you have to go up again, and that's hard, because you hit bottom and then you spend maybe quite a few months at rock bottom. Maybe not rock bottom, but pretty down there, and you don't really know how to, what's the word, cope. Now for me, I had a few friends that helped me, but I also don't like the fact that I sort of relied on them too much actually, and it actually degraded those relationships because they saw me too much, or because I was leaning on them too much with my troubles and, oh, I'm upset, or, you know, all this kind of stuff. Now they understood at the time that I needed them as well, but you have to think of them too, because it's a lot of pressure for them. Now for me, I think I'm glad that I feel like I'm finally getting somewhere now with regards to jobs and this kind of stuff, and this training can only help, because now that's more, I said, yeah, another thing that I can add to my CV that can say, alright, well, I am pursuing training. I'm not sitting on my arse like some people just collecting benefit. Now I have to do that because otherwise I would have been on the street, but I have been making every effort I can to figure out something in the meantime. I mean, it's not, you know, everyone thinks it's so easy. Well, it's not really. And all I can ever do is walk down the street and think, you got a job, but I didn't. You know, it's that kind of idea. You think you look so miserable at your job, and yet I'm here busting my ass trying to get something, and you don't even give a shit. So, you know, that has been the most, maybe the most frustrating thing about this, is seeing people from the other side who are so bitchy about, oh my god, I have to work 4 hours today, and you're just like, excuse me, I don't work at all, and I have no money, but you're fine, so stop complaining and get on with it. That deserved a drink of coffee. I used to talk about things on my channel that were not so much focused on my day, but things in my life that were bothering me, or like, you know, loneliness or depression or anxiety, or things that I feel like by now I've got a good grip on and that I could actually help somebody get better. Now, of course, I still go through these things, and to this day I do, but a few years down the line and I've got a lot of experience dealing with it, with, you know, numerous things, and you know, as life goes on, you do learn things, only by the time you've learned them, it's too bloody late. You know, you think, I mean, okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'm 23, I'm still young, but we seem to spend our whole lives thinking and analysing and wondering, and by the time you've got it all figured out, you're done. You know, it's gone. So I guess my message for today is live in the moment, guys, and enjoy the coffee. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow.